today.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meat.
Destiny lies before me, and I don't know how far I have to go, but I know it's farther than
I think it's like a different world out here.
Rivers, streams, mountains, just everything. It's neat to experience it through baseball.
I'm gonna groove one right here. Right there, nice, nice. Hey, that a boy, get going, get going, get going, get going, get going, nice, that a boy. Good, real good. That boy, Rocky. Look at three, Rock, look at
three. This is probably the most unique place in 1920 to spend a summer.
You get 70 to 80 degrees, no humidity. It's perfect baseball weather.
The scenery's a little different than Kansas, that's the main thing that I've noticed.
Just the all-around package of it up here, it's a dream come true.
There's a quality of life up here I really, really appreciate. And then the golfing and fishing, of course.
From the producers of Touching the Game, the story of the Cape Cod Baseball League, comes a new film that gives an inside look at a place where they only play day games.
I think the first 5 days I got about 15 hours of sleep.
We'd stay up to about 2:30 in the morning fishing, and still just that evening light out there.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to go to sleep or what, and we're going to be playing like midnight games and everything like that, but I like it now.
The Alaska Baseball League. Our award-winning documentary crew immerse themselves in the heart of the frontier state, in a league that is rich in baseball history, and a vacation destination for any true baseball fan.
Every baseball fan should come up and watch the Midnight Sun game, just to see the atmosphere and what it's like to start a baseball game at 10:30 at night and not have to use artificial lights.
It's a league where lasting bonds are formed, and there is no shortage of knowledgeable and colorful characters.
People here are great. They love their baseball, and they love this league. They come out and they put their heart and soul in it. They really have a good time out here.
And everybody has a story to tell.
This moose is running as fast as it can straight towards me.
They grow these 100-pound cabbages and things.
Bear comes up right behind us. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
And I thought, oh, holy cow, this guy is going to crash. He veered off and missed the scoreboard by, I don't know how he missed the scoreboard, but he missed the scoreboard.
It's a starting ground for future stars, where long road trips can be a grueling but unforgettable experience.
Base hit right here, bingo.
Bingo hall? Staying in cots. But man, you get up there and you got all your team together and you guys are together that whole weekend. It's a blast.
You seriously go through some funny things in there. You create situations that you can talk about years from now and say, hey, remember when this happened, remember when that happened.
The Olympic Village is definitely something you don't really talk about until you kind of had that experience.
It's bad, but it's a funny bad. You just go there, you stay there. It makes you want to be out on the field to play baseball.
It's a place where boys become men, and some of the best amateur baseball in the world is played.
There's no experience like the summer in Alaska.
It's there to beat you down. It's there to test you as a human being. And just as life is going to throw some tough things at you, it's going to prepare you for pretty much anything you're going to face in this game. It's just overcoming adversity and can you mentally handle it? And if you can, you're going to get pretty far in this game.
Touching the game, Alaska.
Right there. There's good. Alaska Baseball League. Alaska Baseball League.
The path to success in a changing economy has its share of ups and downs.
All right, we are
That's
on the
why
air.
49th State
And
Brewing Company partners Jason and
3.5
David
minutes.
came to First National Bank Alaska, where experience matters, local knowledge
Tell the
counts,
bases
and
boosted.
understanding Alaska's many frontiers
see how-
makes
see
all
how-
the difference.
To me, it
From
sounds
Denali
much better
Park
that
to
way.
downtown Anchorage, we can help you succeed.
Well, to anybody.
First National Bank Alaska. We believe in Alaska.
Today at BP, we're keeping oil and gas flowing where and when it's needed,
So we're going to be driving
and increasing investment in the transition to lower carbon energy. Right now, we're driving 46,000 steel beams into the ground for a new solar project that will
That's a great
drive
idea,
lower
Craig.
carbon energy and support local jobs.
Beach is my recital.
Our team has recently expanded our production of renewable diesel, which is expanding its use across the West Coast. Our engineers just connected 12 new wells to an existing platform, connecting the country to more oil and gas at a critical time. We're running more wells on electricity, so we can run our operations with lower emissions. Just some of the ways we're turning our plans into action. And BP's wider transformation is underway. While today we're mostly in oil and gas, we've increased global investment into our lower carbon and other transition businesses from around 3% in 2019 to around 30% last year.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful. It's true. It's real.
For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the last frontier.
Yeah, we're sub.
I think you're gonna like your new nose, Miss Hastings.
And cut. I'm Steve Martin. As an actor, it's my job to make people believe that what they're seeing is real. Hey. Hey! That the frustration is real. Man, I'm hungry. Oh. The disappointment is real. 1, 2, 3, 4. Winner! Eat it, Kyle. You're all losers. That the joy is real, but it's not real. It's acting. Wow! That's fantastic! Or was I just acting? Only way to find out is to try it yourself.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Beckman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
And we are live from Mulcahy Stadium. It's the Alaska Baseball League. This, the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, as your Bucs meet the Peninsula Oilers. Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews. Jace, after an off day this weekend and a 2 p.m. pitch today, the Bucs trying to get back in the win column after an upset loss 3-2 in a tight game on Friday against the Chugiak Chinooks.
Yeah, it's a tough game to come back from, especially having the off day. You want to win right before that, feel good going into it, but you got a chance today to get it back to 500.
That was a big point of conversation with Coach Kenny Barton in our pregame Full Sail Coaches show today. We will take you there right after this on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Man, valet took forever.
There's no valet here.
Who took my cup? That could have been bad.
Welcome to today's side quest. The store run against the clock. Just another day in the life of Mike. Lemonade that hits harder for Mikes that go harder. The world needs more Mikes.
Right. Drake Toll here with Coach Kenny Barton, an assistant for the Anchorage Bucs on the Full Sail pregame show. Coach, it is July 6, 2018. You're hiking Flat Top. You find a mama black bear and her baby. She charges you. What do you do?
Good question. I think I would just pause for a minute and collect my thoughts and then make the next move.
Coach, how do you bring a team together after an off day? Do you encourage them to hang out with each other during that 24 hours, or do you leave it up to them?
No, absolutely. I believe a lot, and through my past experiences, that camaraderie is huge. Connections with our players. For me, being a middle infielder, I was with my shortstop all the time, off the field, on the field. And I think it develops a good team chemistry at that point.
Coach, the word rhythm, what does that mean in Summer League baseball, and how do you bring it, especially after an off day, 5 games into the year?
Basically, you got to reach in and say, you know what, depending on how we started and, how we've been, I think developing or getting back into a rhythm and flow is huge right now. And that happens when, again, you get together with your teammates and you focus on, being tight and encouraging each other. And so rhythm is not necessarily an individual thing. It is at the plate, rhythm and flow, but as far as just being connected to your teammates and stuff like that, and no matter who they are, you're one, and you got to go out there and help each other out and pat each other on the back and give them encouragement.
Coach, even through 5 games, is there something that makes this roster stick out, makes them unique, or even something that builds momentum moving forward in your mind?
I think we got good players. I think we got some good athletes here. I think we just, offensively, me being the hitting coach, I think we just need to make some adjustments at the plate, have more quality at bats. I think right now we're just kind of trying to feel for the ball instead of trusting ourselves and trusting our hands, trusting our flow, as we say, and our rhythm and drive baseballs. I think, once that happens, I think, I think we're pretty good.
Coach, do you feel like you as a staff interject more or less the longer the summer goes on for these guys?
Well, I'm high energy. Ask Coach Hokov. I mean, I'm never one to just sit around. I'm always engaging, and so for me, I'm always wanting to instruct, teach. Just everything I can give them is huge. I mean, because of the background, I was with with the Giants and the Indians for 6 years. I think it's very important to give them the information. I can't make them take it, but I can share it with them, and hopefully they take it in and take it to the next level.
You get one ideal off day, and you have to plan it with Ken Hokov. What do you do?
Go fishing, go golfing, do rock climbing, do hiking. We just have fun. We laugh. We just have a good time. We laugh, and we talk about baseball. We always do. I mean, there's not a day, of course, even on our days off, that we're not discussing the roster, what's going on with our pitching staff, hitters, lineups, everything else to try to get everything put together so that we can make this thing mesh.
Coach, go win one today.
We'll do it. We're going to try our best.
That was Coach Kenny Barton on the Full Sail pregame show. When we come back, first pitch, Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Welcome back to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Almost time for baseball from Mulcahy Stadium. Let's meet the starting lineup, the opposing team, the Peninsula Oilers. Leading things off, playing center field is Kadeem Diao out of Loyola Marymount. Diao bats first. In the 2-hole, the shortstop, Michael Elko from Northwestern. In the 3 spot, the designated hitter, Brent Wilkinson from Cal State Northridge. The cleanup, Ben Griffin, the catcher from Cal State Northridge as well. In the 5-hole, the left fielder, William Grimm from Loyola Marymount. Grimm bats 5th. Batting 6th, Jose Chavez, the right fielder out of the University of the Southwest. In the 7-hole, the first baseman, Michael Rada from Cal Baptist. Batting 8th, the second baseman, Brett Groupie from the University of Central Missouri. And batting 9th, the third baseman, Ty Thomas from San Bernardino. Thomas bats 9th. Sky Wells on the bump for your Bucs, 6'2", 185 junior out of Long Beach State. And Jace, if there's somebody you don't want to face in a baseball game, Sky Wells is that somebody.
Yeah, it's you talk about a lot when you got a 6'2" guy up there throwing heat, and it's going to be a lot, but really going to be a first outing here for Sky, just to see what he can kind of put out.
Wells from Long Beach State, 4.79 ERA this spring. Pitched in Game 2 this season, came in relief as we begin the ball game with a strike on a fastball. That's sitting at 84-88 today for Wells. Pitched in Game 2 this year against the Matsu Miners, and in 4 innings had 9 strikeouts. Count at 1-1 as the ball goes high.
Left-handed arm, it's going to be a little bit of a different angle to see for these right-handed hitters.
Facing off against Kadeem Diao out of Loyola Marymount. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Sky Wells, you talk about 9 strikeouts through 4 innings, and he's already a strike away from doing it again here. Wells ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lefty fires. Bopped out of play to our right. Out of Loyola Marymount in the spring, 240 plate appearances, 30 free passes to add up to 210 at-bats, slashing .314, .396, and .500 for Diao.
Wells already looks in a rhythm here early.
The 1-2 from Wells. Another foul ball. The defense for the Bucs today. Boedicker out in center field. Lacey in right. It's Haar in left. Rebrook at third. Hocuff at short. Abear plays second base. Jackson Sorensen at first. Behind the dish is Burkhalter and Sky Wells with the 1-2 count on leadoff Kadeem Diao. And that's away.
First 3 pitches Wells had was all very consistent, going with the right motion, kind of time-wise all the same pitch. But then after that foul ball, it's kind of slowed his pace down and taking his time more or less.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Count has gone even on Diao. Wells fires in the windup. Upstairs. Count now full at 3-2. He had him the 1-1, then a 1-2. And now a couple of foul balls, and Diao's battled his way to a full count. The payoff pitch from Wells. Up top. Neck level, and Diao is the first base runner of the ball game. The first free pass that Wells has given up in Alaska. So with Diao at first base, brings up the shortstop Michael Elko out of Northwestern.
Lefty here as they bring up Elko, and an 8-pitch first 8-bat that ends in a walk is not what was drawn up for the Bucs here.
Not exactly what Coach Ken Hocuff called for. Lefty on lefty. First pitch to Elko. Caught at first base. Was the tag there? No, it was not. Sorensen got the liner out of the air. Thought he could have grabbed Diao, but instead it's just 1 down. Elko back to the dugout. Designated hitter, the 3-hole Brent Wilkinson from Cal State Northridge due up. The first out here in the top of the first for Sky Wells. Hey, now the scoreboard works. Runner goes. Burkhalter throw down to second base. Not in time. Diao slides in safely. Wilkinson out of Cal State Northridge. 5'10", 180-pound freshman from Long Beach, California. The weather today, Jace, not quite conducive for those from Long Beach.
No, a little different here. Is sitting right around the 50s.
The 1-0 popped up center field. Boedicker comes over, makes the catch. Diao stays at second base. 2 down at the top of the first. So a free pass put Diao on. It's been 2 up, 2 down since for Sky Wells.
He's gotten back to that early rhythm he had in the first AB before kind of the longer at bat with Diao.
Wells, told you a 4.79 ERA this spring, a 1.22 whip. Had 23 appearances and 1 start for the Dirtbags. Through 25 1/3, 21 strikeouts. And now he gets the 4-hole catcher Ben Griffin and deals him a strike at 88 miles an hour on the fastball.
Griffin, a 400 average coming in here in 4 games played in the ABL.
Griffin, the catcher today, had a 295 average in the spring. Loud, hard foul off to our right. He's down to the count 0-2. Wells looking for his first strikeout here. No balls, 2 strikes on the catcher Wilkinson. Wells takes his time, flips the ball. He's one of those pitchers that takes the glove off between every pitch. No pitch clock here in the ABL, so he can do it. The 0-2. Checks off Diao at second base. Fires home. This ball is foul by about 2 feet to our right. And you'll notice the umpire. Welcome to Alaska. Happy June 11th, everybody. Both the umpires in the field have gloves on and gaiters around their face. Their hoods pulled over their hats to stay warm.
It's June 11th, by the way.
Yeah, this is probably the only summer league that you'll get that.
And the sun is bright and shining, too.
Yep, it has now come out. Wells ahead 0-2 still on Griffin. The lefty to the 4-hole hitter. Got him. See you later. Not even close. Whiffs on the off speed. The throw down to first. It's 4 up, 3 down. A runner left stranded in scoring position for the Oilers as your Anchorage Bucs come to bat in the bottom of the first with Lacey Hebert and Ben Har when we return on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy, the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
An alert from Wells Fargo, $107 at Doggy Lover's warehouse. No, I would never. Doggy Lovers, please. You know me. I don't even know where that is. Look, I'm replying deny. See? Oh, come on. Hello?
Wells Fargo, I did not make that purchase.
I didn't do it.
I'm so glad you caught that.
Back here from Mulcahy Stadium, Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews in the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Let's meet the Bucs. Batting first in right field, Kate Lacey from Phoenix College. In the 2-hole, Curtis Hebert, the second baseman from Portland. Hebert bats second. Batting third, the left fielder Ben Har from San Diego. The cleanup hitter, first baseman Jackson Sorensen from Gonzaga. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 16, Trenton Burkhalter from Nebraska, Omaha. In the 6-hole, Lex Bodicker, the center fielder from the University of Central Florida. Bodicker bats sixth. Batting seventh, Dante Turgeon, designated hitter from Chandler Gilbert Community College. In the 8-hole, the shortstop Logan Hoka from Allegheny College. And batting ninth, the third baseman Jacob Rebrook from Pepperdine. Rebrook bats ninth. Across the way for the Oilers, on the mound, Connor Throneberry out of Penn State. The Bucs have already seen him once this year in his spring. Had a 10.91 ERA in 15 2/3 innings pitched. Fastball, 80% of the time, since 85 to 89. Throws a slider and a curve, mixes those in. And here in Alaska, he's got a 0 ERA, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks in 3 innings pitched.
Yeah, and he's got a little bit of some famous to his name as he's related to the marvelous Marv Thornberry. Played 7 seasons in the MLB, including a World Series with the Yankees.
You got Kate Lacey at the dish here. Gives him a fastball outside. Lacey takes ball 1. Lacey, since getting to Alaska, has a 267 batting average. He's ahead 2-0 here.
Played with Phoenix College where he played 36 games and had a 295 average, so he's trying to get back to that 300 mark.
Lacey 4 for 15 with 3 RBI. Takes ball 3 way high. Lacey ahead 3-0 on Throneberry.
Throneberry just firing it in there right now, but no location whatsoever.
Yeah, control's not been a huge issue for him either, but you're seeing it early. Finally gets back into the zone with a fastball down the pipe. 88 from Throneberry.
Only 2 walks on this young season.
Throneberry stands at 6'2" and throws a ball high. Cade Lacey down to first base so that both teams give up a free pass in the first batters they face. And Lacey gives way in the lineup to Curtis Hebert, maybe the most dangerous hitter in the Alaskan Baseball League for the first 5 games.
Yep, standing atop the league with the 500 average, and the only guy who is tied with him has only played in 1 game, so I'm going to say amongst qualified hitters, he's leading the league by a good amount.
And he's got a runner at first base to work with. I mentioned the 500 average for Hebert. Taps a ball foul off his ankle. Coming out of Portland, playing for the Pilots in this spring, didn't get a ton of playing time for the team, so really wanted to make his own up here in Alaska, where he is from. And so far, I'd say he's done okay.
Yeah, I'd say so.
No balls and a strike. The speedy Lacey off of first base. Hebert now down 0-2 as he fouls it away in the right field and off the hood of a white Nissan Maxima Arkansas plates.
Well, Hebert, one of 2 players on this Bucs team that has the honor of being an Alaskan Baseball Player of the Year. He did it in 2021-2022 school year.
The 0-2 from Throneberry. Got him. Swing and a miss on the slider from Throneberry. Hebert is sat down, so a walk is equalized with a strikeout. Lacey still standing off of first base, and now the left fielder, Ben Haar, comes to the plate out of San Diego. Haar batting .250, 3 for 12 with an RBI. Righty on lefty, Haar stands in. Catcher Griffin sets up outside. That's where he gets it, just a couple inches off the plate.
Looked to bunt there for a moment. Moved his hand up the barrel of the bat and was about to put it down, pulled back at the last second. See if they keep that sign on.
1 ball, no strikes. Lacey dances off at first. Throneberry hasn't checked over there, and now he does. The defense today for the Oilers, left to right in the outfield, Grimm, Diao, and Chavez. Left to right across the infield, Thomas, Elko, Groupie, and Rada. Griffin behind the dish, Connor Throneberry out of Penn State, your pitcher. The 1-0. That's in there. Fastball at the knees, caught the edge of the zone, 1-1 count now on Haar.
Haar did not see really any time playing at San Diego this past year. Only had 1 at-bat the entire season. Trying to get used to live pitching.
6'1" freshman, 190 pounds, out of La Mesa, California. Jace, that stands for the table. 1-1 inside, and a back pick to first base. Almost gets away from the first baseman, Rada. 2 balls and a strike now on Haar.
La Mesa stands for table?
That is right, the table.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The table, California.
Yep.
I think they should have called it that.
Haar batting .250 around the, runner goes. There you go. Swinging a foul tip. So Lacey's got to go back to first base. Would have had the stolen base easily. Throneberry has struggled with the pickoff. He's only thrown 1, but it was clunky. 2-2 now after the foul tip. The pitch. Low. And another 3-ball count out of the first 3 batters that Throneberry's seen. He's got himself in a 3-ball counts now twice. Let's see what Haar can do with the 3-2. The big righty Throneberry deals the payoff. It's a swing and a miss. Consecutive strikeouts for Throneberry here in the bottom of the first. And Lacey being at first base via the walk looks far less menacing.
First baseman number 30,
Jackson Sorensen to the plate. He's batting .333. Sorensen out of Idaho Falls, Idaho, and Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington. Didn't play this spring for the Zags. He takes a ball low. Played in Yakima Valley last summer at 134 at-bats. Slashed .299, .390, and .425. Throneberry looks over at Lacey at first. Fires the 1-0. in there.
Sorensen, back in his high school days, played in the American Legion League with the Idaho Falls, and he hit .399 with a 1.183 OPS, including a 2019 championship with the Falls.
1 ball, 1 strike. Lacey goes. No throw. Runner in scoring position now, and the ball was low. 2-1 count. Sorensen's ahead. Lacey moves over to second. Sorensen 3 for 9 this season, already has 2 RBI. Trying to add to that. With a base hit, he can do it. 2-1. Right at the knees for a strike. Thornberry's fastball at 88, Jace.
I was about to say, it looks faster than from what he's supposed to be throwing.
It's the stature. 2-2 with 2 down and a runner on second. Base hit into center field. Bounces in front of Diao. Coming home is Lacey. Throw to the plate is...
They said he blocked the plate,
There you go. Yeah, that's exactly what they'll give it. It's an obstruction called against the catcher, Griffin. He doesn't like it. The coaches don't like it. The pitcher, Thornberry, doesn't like it, but the Bucs lead 1-0. The throw coming in from Diao. Griffin set up in front of the plate before he had the ball. Lacey ran into him, and that's the call. It is an RBI single for Jackson Sorensen. What a throw from the center fielder, Diao. I mean, a split second there, a half second, and he has gunned down Cade Lacey. But the obstruction call gives the Bucs a 1-0 lead.
From the University of Nebraska, Omaha, catcher number 16, Trenton Burkhalter.
Well, obstruction. I don't remember the last time I've seen an obstruction call, especially at home plate. Either way, you take the run.
Yeah, 2 down, runner over at first. And a ball low for Trenton Burkhalter, today's designated hitter. Burkhalter, a .462 average. That'll play. 1-0 fouled away.
Already a 21-pitch first inning for Thornberry.
11 strikes, 10 balls. The control has been an issue, which was not the case when the Bucs first saw Thornberry in relief last week. 1-1. In there. Change up from Thornberry. Sinks in right down the heart of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Burkhalter behind. Burkhalter takes it to left field. It's going to drop in front of Grimm. Camping out at second base is Sorensen, and now runners at first and second with consecutive base hits for the Bucs. Now you get Dante Turgeon. Make it Lex Bodeker. Bodeker in the 6-hole, Turgeon in the 7. Bodeker batting .313 this summer. 5 for 16, 2 RBI. Bodeker, 16 home runs for UCF in the spring. Has a runner in scoring position to work with here. First delivery he gets from Thornberry's foul to our left out of play.
I think Bodeker has one of the coolest stories behind him as he won the Cooperstown Home Run Derby as a child.
Wow.
Yeah.
Little League World Series.
Crazy.
Yeah, he never really gave up on the whole power hitting thing. The 1-0 through the left side. Here comes Sorensen to the plate. The throw cut off. RBI single for Lex Bodeker brings Jackson Sorensen home. The Bucs double the lead. It's 2-0.
I'm telling you, the bats are moving right now for the Bucs. Everybody putting good hard contact after those 2 strikeouts. Telling you, the leadoff walk never does well, and even though he got 2 outs right after it, now 2 runners are in.
Now Dante Turgeon comes up. Turgeon batting just .067, but has the lone home run of the season for the Bucs this year. Leadoff walk to Cade Lacey. Strikeouts to Hebert and Haar. And then consecutive hits from Sorensen, Burkhalter, and Bodeker here in the bottom of the first. And the Bucs have an early lead. The 0-1 to Turgeon. Called strike. About an inch off the outside of the plate. But Griffin frames it up nicely. Now Turgeon down 0-2. Dante takes a ball in the dirt.
Well, and Throneberry, you can see he's throwing hard. He's got the back of his jersey untucked now.
Yeah, Throneberry, in 3 innings earlier this year against this same team, had 6 strikeouts. No issues. Already, the Bucs have jumped on him. Swing and a miss from Turgeon. Well, in 1 inning, Throneberry's got 3 strikeouts, but he's also got 2 earned runs to his ledger after a walk and 3 hits. The Bucs lead it 2-0 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Of all the reasons
Back here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, the duality of Anchorage weather. Oh, Jason, we got to the ballpark. The opposing team, coaching staff and players had massive trench coats on. The umpires currently have gloves. They are wearing gloves, face masks, have the hoods pulled over their ears. It was 48 degrees, cloudy, and windy. Now the sun is out. The weather here in Anchorage is up to 57 degrees, the high of 58, and it is hot.
It is definitely. Especially with that sun shining through.
Just beating down on everybody. Due up here for the Oilers. It's Grimm, Chavez, and Rada. 5, 6, and 7. As Grimm takes a ball from Sky Wells, who through 1 inning has gotten a walk and a strikeout. The 1-0. Foul by a couple of feet to our left.
Wells out of Long Beach State, but started his college career at Folsom Lake College, where he earned all-state honors in 2022 with a 12-1 record, sporting a 2.46 earned run average.
The 1-1 from Wells. Way high. Wells through 18 pitches, is now throwing 11 strikes, 7 balls. He's behind 2 balls and a strike. Goes outside of the zone again. 3-1 the count now to Grimm. Grimm, 5 for 16 this summer. 312 average and an RBI. 3-1 from Wells, a swing and a miss.
Wells trying to make that 4 strikeouts for Grimm on the year.
3-2 from Sky Wells, the opening batter of the 2nd inning. Payoff. Eye level. Second free pass of the game for Wells early on.
Well, this inning just started out just like the first inning. Leadoff walk. Luckily, after the leadoff walk in the first inning, it was out, strikeout.
Yeah.
See if they can do the same here.
Due up. After Grimm, it's Jose Chavez. Double play ball. Throw to second in time. Back to first. And it brings Sorensen off the bag. Be a fielder's choice. Hocuff to Abear, but Abear's throw was high, and Sorensen had to leap up to get it. 1 out on 1 pitch to Jose Chavez. And now the 7-hole. First baseman Michael Rada from California Baptist. Rada, 267 average. Takes the ball high. Runner goes. Throw down a second. In time, got him. Trenton Burkhalter has now thrown out 2 trying to steal this season. And back to the dugout goes Grimm. Make it Chavez. Chavez, who was on first after the fielder's choice, and there's 2 down. 1-0 from Wells, swing and a miss. Two outs and now nobody on. And a pop-up. It'll be an unconventional 3 up, 3 down. Sorensen calls off. Hebert makes the catch, and Sky Wells goes back to the dugout after a quick top of the second, thanks to Trenton Burkhalter hosing down Jose Chavez on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meats.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot, but it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because
you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible.
Do you even eat bread?
Steph, it's a commercial.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh, Coach, it happened again. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is...
We bring you back with Logan Hocuff at the plate. Taking an off-speed low from Throneberry. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the second for the Bucs. Hocuff pops up, left side. Elko, the shortstop's there. Got it. 1 up and 1 down. A couple of pitches to Hocuff, and he's back at the dugout. Brings up Jacob Rebrook. Rebrook out of Pepperdine. That's a 214 average for the Bucs. 6'2", 195. Little chopper on the infield. Picked up by Elko. Throw to first. Gets away from Rada. And Rebrook is safe via the error on the throw from the shortstop Elko. So a runner at first, second consecutive inning. And the Bucs have put a man on. And now the lineup flips to Cade Lacey. Took a walk at his first time at the plate. Came around to score a run on a base hit from Jackson Sorensen later in the bottom of the first. 1 down. He's got Rebrook off of first. Throneberry fires. This ball hit well. Center field. Diao going back. Gets underneath it and makes the catch. Rebrook retreats to first base. And there are 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Now it's Curtis Hebert. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout against Throneberry. Hebert, average now at 467 this summer. Takes a pitch in the dirt. Rebrook advances to second base easily. The ball gets away from Griffin. Rebrook thought about third, stays at second base, but he's in scoring position for Curtis Hebert, who's ahead 1-0. Two down. Runner at second base for Hebert.
Be a nice little run here to get with 2 outs.
Yeah, he's 7 for 15 for the Bucs. 3 RBI. Can extend the lead with a base hit. And takes a fastball. Called strike. 89 from Throneberry. Told you Throneberry out of Penn State in 15 2/3 there this spring, allowed 25 hits, 10 walks, 19 earned runs. Struck out 13. The 1-1. Abear, bouncer up the middle. Groupie at second base. Throw to first. In time. Nearly pulls Rada off the bag. But it's 4 up, 3 down for Throneberry in the bottom of the second. Bucs still lead this one 2-0 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side.
Come into Village Inn and see why the sun rises and sets with breakfast.
It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way, if we keep on the sunny side of life.
Because a good meal is about more than just how it tastes. It's about how it makes you feel.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life.
Village Inn.
Qdoba's new Chicken Diablo nachos are made with hand-diced pico de gallo, which means they're as fresh as... They're also loaded with juicy adobo chicken, flame-grilled in-house, so they're as flavorful as... And they're topped off with fiery queso Diablo, so they're as spicy as... New Chicken Diablo nachos. Try them today, only at Qdoba. United by flavor.
Back for the top of the third inning on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. The Bucs ahead early. Sky Wells back out to the mound. Wells, to this point, through his 2 innings, has allowed 1 hit, 2 walks. Also has a strikeout. He'll go up against 8-9-1, Groupie, Thomas, and Diao.
Not to mention 26 pitches in the first 2 innings. Not a bad line.
Wells outside with the fastball. Lefty throws as hard as 92. 1-0 to Groupie. Gets him to fan and miss at a fastball eye level. Groupie out of the University of Central Missouri has a 177 batting average this summer. And lucky to tap the 1-1 foul. 263 OBP up here for the Oilers, slugging at 177. That's after slashing 294, 409, and 529 for Central Missouri in the spring. The 1-2 from Wells. Fouled into the beer garden of the Anchorage Bucs.
Groupie has the most at-bats on the team for the Oilers this year at 17. This one becoming his 18th AB of the summer.
1-2 from Wells. Another 2-strike pitch. Bouncer. Sorensen. Too easy. 1 down at the top of the third.
Nice little pick over there at first base, especially running towards the ball.
First baseman doing it himself, and now Ty Thomas comes to the plate. These two teams played last Thursday. It was a 6-2 win for the Anchorage Bucs. Thomas in that game went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. The golden sombrero, and takes a strike here.
I think that was his first game of the summer against us as well.
That's right. It was his first game of the summer at all.
Yeah.
What a way to start. The 0-1 to Thomas. He's down 0-2.
Well, since then, he's played in 2 games and he's actually reached base 3 times on a walk and 2 hit by pitches, along with a hit, so reached base 4 times.
Batting 111, down 0-2 here. Pitch from Wells. Foul. The high schooler from San Bernardino, California. What do we know about him, Jace? Not much, but we do know that his sister plays volleyball at the University of California, San Bernardino. That's about all we got here.
That's it.
Another 2-strike pitch from Wells, and another foul ball. Thomas way behind, doing what he can to stay alive in this at-bat. If he's able to reach, or not, either way, Kadi Diao will come up behind him.
Did find a video of him hitting a grand slam in high school.
We know he did that.
So there's that.
How about another 0-2? Fifth pitch of the at-bat from Wells. Fires it in there. Ho! 5 at-bats, 5 strikeouts for Ty Thomas against the Anchorage Bucs so far this season.
He's just scared of that black and yellow.
Superman, Kryptonite, Ty Thomas, Anchorage Bucs. 2 down with nobody on. And the second strikeout of the game for Sky Wells. Brings up Kadeem Diao. He was the first batter of the game in the top of the first. Drew a walk. Diao batting .267 out of Loyola Marymount. Hit .314 this spring with a .396 OBP. He's down 0-2. Sky Wells, man.
27 strikes, 11 balls. This is a good formula right there to get outs, and so far it's working for him.
Junior year at Long Beach State, 25 1/3 innings pitched, had 21 strikeouts. Told you he had 9 strikeouts in 4 innings a couple of games ago. The 0-2. Outside. He has owned the Alaska Baseball League to this point.
Good catch, good catch.
1 ball, 2 strikes from Wells to Diao. Foul ball off to the right, not enough room for Sorensen to get there.
He sure tried. He was hustling over there.
Wind-wise, here's what's wild. I've never been to a ballpark that has so many different wind patterns. Today the wind is blowing fairly straight out of left field. Last week, on Friday, blowing straight out to right field. No idea. Another 1-2 from Wells. Up the middle, and oh, what a catch from Hebert. Climb the ladder. He picks off Diao, and that ends the top of the third. 3 up, 3 down again for Sky Wells. His pitch count has barely broke 30 with a 2-0 lead on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Okay, let's have some fun, huh?
Check it out. Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
Hey, guys! We should probably drink these fast. Two.
Back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, Ben Haar out of San Diego is due up to start the bottom of the third. It's Haar, Sorensen, and Burkhalter. 3, 4, and 5 coming up to face Throneberry, and after the PA guy announced Ben Haar's name, the entire dugout broke out into a hearty Har. Just getting into the Anchorage Bucs spirit.
I was just about to say, what a perfect name to be a Buck.
Yeah,
Har.
We are at Game 6, and I haven't even considered it. Nicely done, Ben Har. 1-0. Taken inside, but called a strike. Har, in his first at-bat, struck out against Throneberry. He's now batting .231.
It was one of the first 2 outs in that first inning that ended up having 2 runs come across to the score.
Yeah. 1-1 from Connor Throneberry. Foul ball puts Har behind 1-2. Told you Har's out of San Diego. Didn't play much this spring, but was a star at Helix High School in La Mesa, California. 6'1", 190. A freshman this past season. 1-2, low.
Talk about being a star. He had all league first team honors. He was all CIF, which is the conference he was in. I mean, it's just crazy.
2-2. Foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Griffin. And Ben Haar sent back to the dugout via the strikeout. That is strikeout number 4 for Connor Throneberry.
And the second strikeout of the day for Haar.
So 1 down and nobody on. It's Jackson Sorensen to the dish.
Well, hey, last time at this point when you had 2 down, you scored 2 runs. Now you only got 1 out. See if you can score more.
Sorensen takes the ball low. 1-0. Sorensen through the left side for a base hit. That's the 4th hit of the game for the Bucs. All 4 have been singles. That's the 2nd hit of the game for Sorensen. He's now 2 for 2.
1 on and 1 out. That brings up.
Sorensen had an RBI single that scored Lacey in the bottom of the 1st. Now he stands at first base for the 2nd time today.
Action Jackson, man. He's got it going.
Now, Trenton Burkhalter, also 1 for 1. With a single earlier, comes to the plate, shows bunt, takes a ball that, Chase, the objective journalist in me, not sure where that one missed.
Yeah, I'll take it, but that looked pretty clean cut.
Yeah. He's had 1-0. Takes a ball low. Two balls, no strikes. Sorensen off of first. Burkhalter looking for base hit number 2. Instead, gets a ball high. It's 3-0. 2-0 lead. Runner at first. 1 down. Still early. But with Burkhalter at 1-1, 1 for 1, do you toy with the green light if he gets something he likes?
Possibly.
3-0. No, sir. Ball at the knees. Strike at the knees. The ball was at his knees, and he doesn't swing. 3-1. You either get a walk or something you like here to Trenton Burkhalter. Burkhalter swings out of his shoes. Count's now full.
About to say, no matter what was happening there, that was going to be a swing for the fences, and it sure was.
Yep, Burkhalter is 7 for 14 now at a .500 average. He actively leads the league in batting average, overtaking his teammate Curtis Hebert. 3-2, runner goes. Big swing, but it's a pop-up to left field. Grimm there to make the catch. Just didn't quite barrel that one all the way up, and Burkhalter, who started the at-bat ahead 3-0, goes down with a pop-out to left. So with 2 down, Lex Bodicker comes up. He's 1 for 1 as well. .353 average here in Alaska. He's got 2 outs. Sorensen still stands off of first after his single. Throneberry fires in a ball in the dirt. Bounced in front of Griffin, who had to stand up to keep it in front of him.
Is it the dirt?
It is the turf. Speaking of, now this is a wild anecdote, by the way. Last night, the Glacier Pilots, big hit from Bodicker to center field, tracking back is Diao, finds it at the last second and makes the catch. Hold that thought, because something crazy happened at Mulcahy last night. Your score, 2-0 Bucs lead it. We're through 3 here at Mulcahy. For the Oilers, no hits, 1 error. Have calculated to no runs, and the Bucs, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Stay away from my wife. Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. My job as an actor is making you believe what you're seeing is real. Louise, will you? The pain is real.
That the cold is real.
Don't say that about yourself.
I know. I know.
The friendship is real.
The real is real. But it's not real, it's just acting. Wow, that's like really good. Or was I just acting? Only way to know is to try it for yourself. This is really, really ridiculously good tasting.
Bucs lead 2-0 as we bring you back. It was the Anchorage Glacier Pilots taking on the Matsu Miners last night here from Mulcahy. As Elko comes to the plate, 2, 3, and 4 due up against Sky Wells, who's back out. And the game was postponed in the 4th inning due to a mound issue. It is a turf mound here at Mulcahy. As Elko, first pitch he gets, pops up to Rebrook at third base. What is it? It's a starch, right? It's not a is it a vegetable or a starch? Can of corn. That's what it is. 1 up and 1 down. 1 pitch and 1 down. Bren Wilkinson, 0 for 1 today, comes to the plate. So about the 4th inning, the umpires decided, this mound here at Mulcahy not going to do. So through 4 innings of play, they said, hey, we're calling it off. 2 teams will play a 7-inning doubleheader. Those games 7 innings each later this season when they meet again, to avenge that game that didn't even get halfway due to a mound issue last night.
I really would like to know how the umpire, did a player tell him it wasn't feeling right? How do you just kind of figure that out, that this mound is not working when it's turf?
Well, and Mulcahy's a great complex. They play the high school baseball state championships in Alaska here most years. It's a 1-1 from Wells. Swing and a miss. Wilkinson forgot his shoes. And the mound used to be a turf infield with a dirt mound. It is now a turf mound, and it's just kind of parts of it are not patched perfectly. The 1-2 from Wells. Beautiful breaking ball. Induces a pop-up to right field. No man's land. A diving Sorensen can't make the catch. So since they moved it from a dirt mound to a turf mound, it's turf. Just picture here, a half cylinder of turf. And in the very middle, a strip of turf they've laid over that. And then at the end of that strip of turf, another block of turf. There's 3 layers that sit where the pitcher comes down.
Well, on top of that, you can kind of tell the landing spot of where you're coming down with that front foot is almost outlined in a way.
Right, with another layer of turf. 1-2 from Wells again in the dirt. Consecutive breaking balls, both of them pretty. Wilkinson smart to lay off.
Going Wells, he's landing beyond that extra patch.
Right. So it makes me think that maybe the pitcher last night was landing where the extra patch is, and that's what they've put new turf on, the 2-2.
Possibly.
Count's going full. So now, it's fixed today.
Yeah, it works, it works now.
Whatever didn't work last night is fixed today.
Or not noticeable.
Right. Oh, yeah, or nobody's complained about it yet. Wells, the payoff pitch. Oh, yeah! You aren't supposed to watch strikes. That's a great way to go back to the dugout. Brent Wilkinson, backwards K for Sky Wells. Strikeout number 3 for the Dirtbag. Should specify for those that are not familiar. Sky Wells, the Long Beach State baseball player. They are the Dirtbags. Ben Griffin, the catcher, to the plate. Did he go? Absolutely he did. Whether he did or he didn't, it was a strike.
I was about to say, no matter what, that's
a
nice one right there.
Fastball from Wells at 90. The 0-1 from Sky. That's another one. They told me in Little League, if you're going to swing all out. Ben Griffin has checked 2 strikes in a row to start his second at-bat today. Griffin 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Good frame by Burkhalter, but it was a couple inches off the plate.
Wells was starting to make his way back to the dugout. Looked down and just kind of smiled at the home plate umpire.
That would have been a real kind call. Sky Wells, the 1-2. Just below the knee of Ben Griffin. Griffin 6 for 16. 375 average for the Oilers. 2-2 with 2 down. Breaker misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes, another full count for Sky Wells. The lefty. Payoff pitch. Grounder. Sharply to Abear. Throw to first is in time. It's a 4-3 put out to put out the Oilers. 3 up and 3 down at the top of the 4th. As we go to the bottom half of the inning, Oilers are still hitless here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
feels like just yesterday she was in a car seat. Now she's gonna be in the driver's seat. I guess there's a first time for everything. Today is all about the basics. Gotta have unbeatable focus. Kind of like the unbeatable mileage I get from Chevron with Techron. He knows it helps keep my engine clean, and she knows how to pay with the Chevron app. Everyone's learning today. Okay, next stop, the parking lot. The, empty parking lot.
Unbeatable mileage for you and your car. This is Lulu and Lobo.
Ah, it's back.
The woo-woo monster. No, no. No. I can't take this. We need a new place.
With as low as 3% down on a fixed-rate mortgage, your new home is within reach.
All clear. I went home.
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
Talk to a home mortgage consultant or apply online. This is your way home. This is Wells Fargo.
Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Bucs ahead 2-0 on the Oilers here. Throneberry back out for the bottom of the fourth inning, where he's going to face Turgeon, Hocuff, and Rebrook. It's 7, 8, and 9. Jace, myself, and Harper Mayfield, the director of the social media here for the Anchorage Bucs, went on a hike yesterday, watched a bald eagle fly over a glacier while it was snowing on us. What was that called?
What do you mean?
It's in Whittier. Where were we?
Oh, we're the hike.
Yes.
Portage Pass.
Portage Pass is what it was. If you just do me a favor here, I haven't asked much of you all this season. Especially if you're an everydayer, you know. Do me a favor and just Google Portage Pass. It is the single most surreal place that I've ever been. These players had an early morning practice and then got to enjoy an off day yesterday. Trying to get back into a groove today. Dante Turgeon at the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Turgeon batting .063 this year, trying to bring that up. Sends a bounce for third base side to Thomas. Throw to first. Dug by the first baseman Rada. 1 pitch, 1 out. For Connor Throneberry.
That brings up shortstop from Allegheny College, number 17, Logan Hocuff.
When this game starts a 4-day-in-a-row game streak, there's no play today, and then you got 3 away games coming up against the Miners. Technically an away game against the Pilots, although it's here, and the Chinooks.
All those games, 6 p.m. Alaska time.
Yeah,
as Logan Hocuff has come to the plate.
In case you're wondering, all Saturday games are 4 p.m., all Sunday games are 2 p.m., and every other game on the weekday, 6 p.m.
2-0 now to Hocuff. 0 for 1 today. Turgeon and Hocuff both at .059 averages. Working to catch a groove up here. Hocuff now ahead 3-0. We've seen Throneberry already work from behind 3-0 once. Let's see if Hocuff can pull out a different result. 3-0's in there. Kenny Barton, the third base coach today for the Bucs. He's the one that joined us for the Full Sail pregame show. 3-1 is low. Logan Hocuff trots over to first base. And sometimes, Jace, that's what it takes. Just a really good plate appearance where you go up there and you take a walk, and that reinvigorates your confidence. And maybe that's what it takes for Logan Hocuff. Hey, now you're on first base safely. You did a really good job of staying patient at the plate. That could be all he needs to really get on a tear.
Yeah, he gets his first walk of the season, and every time you're touching first base, you're feeling good.
Brings up Jacob Rebrook. 1 for 1 today. To the shortstop. Elko, throw to second, in time. Back to first, not in time. Rebrook reaches on a fielder's choice. He's now 1 for 2 today. The lineup flips. Cade Lacey, who is 1 for 1, has also walked. Comes up against Throneberry for the third time this afternoon.
That brings up right fielder number 20, Cade Lacey.
Rebrook off of first. Rebrook has a stolen base today already. Maybe he'll try for it again. Lacey batting .250 this year. Pops one out of play. Jace, what kind of car do you drive?
Drive a 2017 Toyota Tacoma.
Bad news for you.
Make a hit.
Off the headlight of a 2017 Toyota Tacoma.
What plates?
Texas. Dang. No balls, one strike. To Lacey. Beautiful break from Throneberry. Curveball just careens its way into the lap of Cade Lacey. He's down 0-2. Rebrook dances off of first base. Throneberry hasn't checked him. Rebrook goes. Ball in the dirt. Rebrook's got another stolen base.
There's another stolen base brought to you by 6th and 7th.
He's over to second base now. And the count's at 1-2. Throneberry to Lacey. Another one in the dirt. Tell you, that's one thing that Throneberry over the course of his time in Alaska. I'm no baseball coach, but you got to work on that. His awareness with runners on has not developed yet.
Well, and he's got a very strong movement, but a very slow movement at that.
Yep, and he hasn't checked anybody off of first base. He's thrown over once, the 2-2. Hard swing. This will be a tough play for the third baseman, Thomas. Throw to first, still in time. Cuts down Cade Lacey, and it's 4 up, 3 down after a walk from Throneberry in the bottom of the 4th. We're almost halfway through this game already. Bucs 2, Oilers 0 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
They call him the harder farmer, a real bad man with a soft side for hard lemonade. He's got a nose for lemons and for trouble. This time he's back with half tea, half lemonade, and 100%. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Get your hands on some today before the harder farmer gets his hands on you.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game. But sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven-roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's the new steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes the next level foot... Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm out of...
Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Sky Wells still on the mound for the Bucs. Due up for the Oilers. Grimm, Chavez, and Rada. 5, 6, and 7. Wells deals a strike inside corner at the knees. To this point, Sky Wells, 4 innings, has allowed just 1 hit, walked 2, struck out 3. The 0-1. Wells ahead 0-2.
There's another foul ball brought to you by Little Caesars Pizza.
So far? No, you go.
Left on left here is going to be a little hard to kind of navigate on both sides, but right now it's Wells winning the battle.
Grimm is walked today. Back in the 2nd inning. Has .313 average. Peninsula, the 0-2, the dirt.
It's a good waste pitch there. You had 3 strikes in a row after the foul ball. Just try and see if he'll go with something outside.
Wells now at 60 pitches. There is some serious warming up down in the bullpen. The ball's inside. Coach Ken Hokup has mentioned that 65 early in the year is really your cutoff. They don't want to burn anybody's arm out. That's not why you've come to Alaska. 2-2 from Wells. Yeah! Ho-ho! Nasty slider from Wells. He digs deep into the bag and sits down Grimm with a backwards K. That is strikeout. Number 4. Through 4 1/3. Wells now has 13 strikeouts this season. Up to the dish, Jose Chavez out of the University of Southwest, who hits one hard off his own ankle. Chavez reached on a fielder's choice earlier and was subsequently thrown out trying to steal second by Trenton Burkhalter. The 0-1. Chavez takes a strike. Chavez out of the University of the Southwest Mustangs. The 0-2. Pop left side, no man's land. Bermuda Triangle. Can anybody get there? No. Bloop single for Chavez. Har was coming in hard. Hocuff trying to go over the shoulder. Rebrook running back at it as well. And nobody could get there. It drops, and Chavez has his first base hit of the game. He gives way in the lineup to Michael Rada, 6'4" freshman. Out of California Baptist from Temecula, California. Swings out of his shoes. Did not play for the Lancers in 2023. Was the pitcher of the year his junior season in high school. MVP offensively his senior year. Second team All-League in his junior year as well. First team All-League his senior campaign. Selected for the Riverside County All-Star Game and played for Canes National American.
Canes is a very popular select team.
The 0-1. Hack and a miss.
It's big across a bunch of the southern regions, but California has a couple teams as well.
Skywell's way ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Inching towards 70 pitches. Fires over to first. Not in time to get Chavez, who has already been thrown out on the base paths once. The 0-2. Just low to Rada. Rada, born in La Jolla, California, has 1 sibling. His career goals are to play professional baseball.
Good way to start here.
The 1-2. Downstairs.
Know a couple names that played in this league and went to the majors.
Yeah. Paul Goldschmidt, ever heard of him? Aaron Judge, huh?
I don't know. Paul Goldschmidt doesn't have Twitter, so I don't really know about him.
True. That hit from Chavez was also the first base hit that Sky Wells has given up. And it wasn't much of a base hit.
No.
Nobody has given hard contact to the Long Beach State product. 2 balls, 2 strikes. After consecutive balls from Wells to Rada. The third 2-strike delivery. Misses badly. Count runs full. I think a ball here might be the end of the day for Sky Wells.
It's his 70th pitch.
Payoff pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Strike him out and throw him out. Sky Wells, Trenton Burkhalter, 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th. Oh, that was nasty. On the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Beckman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful. It's true. It's real.
For For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the last frontier.
Curtis Hebert to the plate for Anchorage. Hebert is 0 for 2 today. .438 average this season. It's 2, 3, and 4. Hebert, Haar, and Sorensen. Facing off still against Connor Thornberry, who dishes in a strike. Thornberry sitting at 67 pitches now. Count even on Hebert after ball low. Curtis is 7 for 16. 3 RBI. 1-1. Bounces in the dirt. That's a strike. If the mound is 55 feet and 6 inches. Which yesterday it might have been. Maybe that's why they called the game. 2-1, Hebert ahead. Swings off the bottom of his spikes. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Curtis Hebert. Trying to get himself back into a groove. It was the first 3 games where he really made his own. 2-2 to Hebert. Swing and a miss. Goes down via the strikeout. That's the 5th K of the day for Thornberry. Now it's Ben Haar from San Diego to the plate. Walk-up songs today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ben Haar came into the game 3 for 12, batting .250. As he whiffs on the first pitch from Thornberry. Against the Penn State product, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts today. 0-1 from the righty. Outside. Pretty breaker. Told you that Haar did not play much this spring for San Diego. It stands at 6'1", 190 pounds. From the Table, California.
It's a table.
Low. From Helix High School.
Love that.
All Grossmont Hills League first team honors. 2-1. That's low. Jace, have you ever, he's the first person I've ever met, had the pleasure of being around, who was all Grossmont Hills League first team.
Yeah, I've never met anybody like that.
No, sir. 3-1. Gets a walk or something he likes. Righty on lefty. Low. So Ben Haar takes first base, reaches safely for the first time today. Thornberry has now walked 3. Through 4 1/3, he's struck out 5. Walked 3, allowed 5 hits and 2 earned runs. Jackson Sorensen to the plate. Sorensen from Gonzaga. Didn't play in the spring, but for Yakima Valley last summer. Hit .299 with a .390 OBP, a .425 slugging. Throw over to first base. Not in time. That is the second pickoff that we've seen from Thornberry. And to be candid with you, neither have been good. That's an area of the game where he's looking to improve this summer. Now, if he's not looking to improve it, let me give you a good little suggestion there. Ball low. You take a look at the Alaska Baseball League standings right now. Matsu is up top with the Glacier Pilots. Both teams at 3-1. The Oilers 2-2, the Bucs 2-3, and the Chugiak Chinooks 1-4 after a loss last night. The Bucs dropped their first 2, then won 2 consecutively before losing to those Chinooks on Friday. 1-0, that's in there. I'd like to see Ben Haar test the arm of the catcher Griffin, and even more so, test Connor Thornberry, who just isn't really looking over there to him. Now, he does here, but once he comes set, he's not peeking back. He won't look. Yeah, runner goes. You should. Ball's in the dirt. Gets away from Griffin. I mean, I'm stealing all day. That's the 4th stolen base for the Anchorage Bucs. Once Throneberry comes set, he will not look at first base. I don't know if it's the yips or what. 2-1 now. Sorensen's ahead. Get the ball at the knees for a strike.
I think it's actually a new pitcher out there. Is that number 8, right?
Oh, it looks like Throneberry.
It does look like him, but that's not his number, right?
Maybe. 2-2. Runner goes again. Throw down to third base. Oh, it gets away. Walk home, why don't you? Ben Haar, after a walk, steals his way around the bags, and it's 3-0 Anchorage Bucs. Well, that'll do, huh?
It does.
Three 0, 3-2 count now. Nobody on. And a foul ball on the payoff pitch. Count remains at 3-2. Jackson Sorensen trying to get hit number 3. He's 2 for 2 today. Hit hard, second base side. Groupie, throw to first, just in time. That's a gold glove play there from Groupie. Momentum taking him away from the bag. Flips around and makes the play just in time.
That was very impressive. I will say that. That was a Jeter-esque jump there going across towards second. That's a tough play.
2 down now, and it's the catcher, Trenton Burkhalter. Burkhalter, 6 foot tall, out of Forest Lake High School in Minnesota. Played for the Minnesota Blizzard Blue. Takes a ball. Burkhalter, the catcher, 1 for 2 today. Has a .467 average. He's top 5 in the ABL. 1-0. Popped up. Shortstop Elko's underneath it. Makes the catch. 4 up, 3 down, but Ben Haar steals his way around the bags and comes home to give the Anchorage Bucs a 3-0 lead. 5 innings away. Oilers, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. Bucs, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
I'm currently the discipline engineering team leader at VP Win. I'm actually a chemical engineer by training. I started my career in the upstream oil and gas division. Spent about 8 years supporting operations, both in onshore and offshore processing platform. I knew I was ready for a change. As luck had it, I ended up in wind on a short-term assignment, which then I knew had to turn into a long-term assignment. I think if I were to advise people who are in upstream now and would like to transition into renewables, I would say learn as much as you can about the actual problems that wind farms face, the challenges they have to overcome, and how your skill set can help solve those problems. The general operating principles and operating rigor is the same, whether you're in upstream oil and gas or supporting operations on a wind farm.
Hey, welcome to the top of the 6th inning. Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. I'm Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews, our newest addition to the booth, who's back from Hawaii. Hope you had fun. I hope you enjoy the weather here.
Well, going from that to snow is something.
Yeah. In the top of the 6th, day is done for Sky Wells. His final line. Wells strikes out 6 over the course of 5 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, facing 16 batters. That is almost the minimum.
Almost.
Brett Groupie comes to the plate against your new pitcher, David Lajovic. Lajovic has pitched 2 innings this season, has a 0 ERA, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks for the Bucs. And on the first pitch of his outing, it's a soft grounder to Hebert at second, who throws to first. And that retires the first batter that Lojovic sees, Groupie.
Lojovic, one of 2 pitchers on the Bucs roster with a 0 ERA. Want to try and guess the second one?
Michael Sarhat.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael Sarhat. I'm good at this game. I like that. Ty Thomas comes to the plate. It's a hard foul ball to right field. Did you know? Oh, no. Thomas is 0 for 2 today. He struck out twice. He's now struck out 6 times against the Anchorage Bucs in 6 at-bats this season after having a golden sombrero last Thursday. He's down 0-2. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Telling you, it's just something about the yellow. He just scares him.
Oh, no. 0-2 from Lojovic. Don't do it. Please don't do it. He check swings.
Almost.
Good for him. Good for him. We're learning.
He's figuring it out.
That's what this summer is about. Getting better. He's also basically a high schooler.
I think he just graduated, so yeah.
Out of San Bernardino. The 1-2, Lojovic tosses him a bone by throwing the ball to the backstop. 2-2 now.
Yeah, he played at Cajon High School, even though it's spelled like Cajun.
C-A-J-U-N. The 2-2 here. Outside.
That was a hard pop in the mitt right there.
Yep, 92 from Lojovic. After starting 0-2, the count now full. Payoff pitch. Popped up on the infield. Well, that at least is a good sign for Ty Thomas and a good sign for your Anchorage Bucs as Jackson Sorensen makes the play. 2 down now.
Give it for all.
Lineup flips over. And Kadeem Diao comes up. His 3rd time to the plate today. Diao 0 for 1 has also walked. Has a .250 average this summer. Diao takes a ball from Lojovic. Didn't miss by much wherever it did. Kadeem out of Loyola Marymount. Slash 314, 396, and 500 there in the spring. And now he's ahead 2-0. Diao also had 8 home runs, 33 RBI, 4 stolen bases, but was caught stealing 5 times and has been caught stealing by Trenton Burkhalter today. 2-1 from Lojovic. Comes inside. So now, Diao gets a walk or something he likes on the 3-1. And what does he do with it? Right back, the old Gold Glove first baseman. Sorensen taps the bag. 6 half innings to the plate have equated to no runs and just 1 hit for the Oilers at this point. A masterpiece pitching for the Bucs. They lead it 3-0 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
When I first moved to Alaska, my whole family was saying, oh boy, this is a strange phase in his life.
I saw pictures of the place, gorgeous scenery, and then I took a summer job here and fell totally in love with the mountains, the ocean, everything. But I think what kept me here was the people.
The idea of starting a brewery seemed to match and mesh what we enjoyed about our life up here. Each other, beer, working hard, and creating something.
When we started out really small, we only sold our beer in Alaska. Now that we sell our beer outside, when I travel and I see our beer, it's neat to think that it came all the way from Alaska and I had a hand in making it.
The nature of starting a business in Alaska really was just an extension of what Alaska is all about. There needs to be somewhat of a free spirit, a frontier.
We just wanted to make a living up here and brew beer and have fun. We're doing the best we can to put Alaska in a bottle.
Number 9, center fielder, Lex Bodeker.
Howdy, folks. Lex Bodeker to the plate. University of Central Florida, new pitcher in the game, 5'9" sophomore, weighing 180 pounds from Homer, Alaska. Harrison Metz. Righty on lefty. Metz deals in the dirt. Metz is a pitcher on roster at Valley City State University. The 1-0. Bodeker pops up to left field. Oh, this is trouble. It's between both the left fielder and the center fielder, and it's off the wall. Bodeker, put it where they ain't. He's trying for third base. He's got third base. Lex Bodeker with the leadoff triple in the bottom of the 6th. What looked like a pop-up, the wind's blowing straight out in left field, carried all the way to the wall. Grimm and Diao converged on it, but neither of them had a good beat. And Bodeker has a triple.
Second triple of the year for the Bucs. And believe I'm right at this, it's also a leadoff triple just like the first one.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Of course, last time, that leadoff triple didn't amount to anything.
No.
This time, let's hope it does.
It was Burkhalter who got stranded at third base.
Burkhalter and Bodeker.
Dante Turgeon comes to the plate. Dante 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Turge, as they call him. Dante originally committed to Arizona State. Now home at Chandler Gilbert Community College in Phoenix. Takes the ball low. Trying to boost his resume. Certainly has Division I prowess. 1-0 to Turgeon. That's in the dirt. He's got the lone blast this season for the Bucs. Dante had a spectacular spring, batting .340 with 6 home runs, 41 RBI. Came home to score 40 runs and swipe 8 bags. Turgeon pops up. Diao underneath it in center, but it's plenty deep enough. Lex Bodeker can walk home. He sprints anyway. Bucs 4, Oilers 0 after a sac fly from Dante Turgeon. Scores Lex Bodeker, who led off the 6th with a big triple.
Okay, all you needed to do was get that in the air, and that's exactly what Turgeon did. Nice little fly ball to left field, center field, and gets the runner home. Not going to leave him stranded.
Now Logan Hocuff to the plate. Shows bunt, pulls back on a ball that's outside. He's ahead 1-0. Hocuff batting .059. He's 0 for 1 today, but has also walked. Talking about how maybe that walk, just being on base safely, can spark momentum. It's a hard foul. Hocuff 1 for 17 to start. But the beauty of Summer League Baseball, he got a whole lot of games and a whole lot of days.
And most of the time, you have a bad day, you're playing the next.
Right. 1-1. Outside.
It's always the best thing about baseball is football, you got to wait a week. Basketball, maybe a couple days. Baseball, you have a bad day. Sometimes you're playing the same day or the next day.
Shake it off quick. 2-1 to Hocuff. Low. Taking a very patient approach to the plate, and that's been advantageous for the shortstop. Hocuff way ahead 3-1. A walk or something you like here. Fastball high. Hocuff has now walked twice, and he stands at first base. It is Jacob Rebrook due up, and then the lineup goes back to the leadoff Cade Lacey. Rebrook 1 for 2 today. He's got a .250 average. 4 for 16 for the Bucs. And it's a pinch hitter. Dylan Maltby has come into the game. Maltby checks in and fouls one off. With Hocuff standing over at first, Maltby out of Phoenix College, one of the local kids. Hit 189 in the spring, 6 RBI, 9 runs scored, and a stolen base. Runner goes, gets in a pickle, and Hocuff is tagged out at second. 2 down. Maltby down, no balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Just outside. Good eye for Maltby. 1-1 now. Maltby, 2 for 12 this season. 166 average for Anchorage. 1-1. Fouled away. Son of the general manager, Sean Maltby, grew up right here and was a scratch baseball player. Talked to a couple of local kids yesterday who said they played against Maltby, then they corrected themselves. Well, we had home runs hit off of us against Maltby. Count's even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on. In the bottom of the 6th, 1 run already across. Ball in the dirt. Count's gone full. It was a Bodeker leadoff triple and a Dante Turgeon sac fly. They gave the Bucs a 4-0 lead. Payoff pitch. Hit hard to center. D out, tracking back. Now he holds up and makes the catch. 4 up, 3 down, but a run across again for the Bucs. They've scored in consecutive innings. We're through 6 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
If there's one thing I've learned at Speedy Glass, it's that every chip becomes a crack. Today, I'm going to show you why. When we look at a chip up close, we see tons of tiny cracks that are just waiting to spread. Don't wait for your chip to crack. Repair it at Speedy Glass before having to replace the entire windshield. You'll save time. You'll be back on the road within an hour. Book an appointment at speedyglass.ca.
Speedy Glass Repair. Speedy Glass Replace.
Four 4-0 your score. Anchorage on top of the Oilers. To the plate for Peninsula. It's like Mike Elko. Elko takes the ball outside. He's 0 for 2 today.
That's number 12 shortstop, Michael Elko.
188 average this year. David Lojovic back out to the bump for the Bucs. It's funny, a lot of these guys, Lojovic, you can tell, has like a turtleneck-ish undershirt going on because it was 48 degrees and strike. 20-mile-an-hour winds pregame. Everybody's cold, freezing cold. And then the second the sun comes out, it's wildly hot. 2-1, fouled. I would like to make the case that the weather here in Alaska is the wildest of any summer league in America.
I think you could make a pretty strong case considering there will be a game played at 10 o'clock as well at some point this time.
2-2. Lojovic inside and downstairs. Count's going full.
I think on top of that,
we got snowed on yesterday during a hike.
Well, on top of which, you're getting so much sun because you're facing directly towards the sun. So when it's out, it is blaring at you.
Payoff, yes, sir. In there. Backwards K. See you later. Thanks for playing, Mike Elko. David Lojovic records his first strikeout in 1 1/3. And now he's got to deal with Bren Wilkinson. Bren, 0 for 2 with the strikeout today. This is not a strikeout. Instead, it's to your Gold Glove first baseman, Sorensen, who flips to your Gold Glove pitcher, Lojovic. 2 down. Grimm comes to the plate, 0 for 1. Has also walked. He has struck out. The Bucs have struck out 7 through 6 2/3. The Oilers, through 6 complete, have struck out 5. Grimm takes a ball in the dirt. Tell you, if we're going to rank, if we're going to play a game here, 1-0. Yes, sir. What is the most loaded position? Can't be pitcher. Pitcher doesn't count for the Anchorage Bucs. It's got the catcher.
Yeah,
Period.
I was about to say.
And it's tough. I get it. Every pitch of the game, the catcher is involved somehow, right? So obviously you're going to you have a spotlight on them. So it's hard to be like, yeah, our right fielders are loaded. But truly, the catching staff of this team, between Maltby, Burkhalter, and Wilson, is nuts. All 3 have thrown somebody out on the base paths this year. Hard contact, left field, it's down. It's going to get to the wall, be extra bases. Grimm rounding first. Headed for second. He'll camp out there. Could have stretched to third, opts not to, and he's got the first extra base hit of the game for the Oilers, just the second base hit overall for Peninsula. And now, you get Jose Chavez.
First runner allowed by Lojovic, and it's with 2 outs, so just need one more to get out of here.
I lied to you all. Why didn't you tell me? That was Ben Griffin, wasn't it?
That was.
That was the catcher Ben Griffin who doubled. Now Grimm's at the plate. Oh, such is life. Griffin stands at second. Grimm takes a ball outside.
I think you were saying Bren, and so I heard Ben.
Oh.
So maybe that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. I was saying Ben the whole time. The 1-0, also outside from Lojovic.
So I thought you had it. Don't reveal your secrets.
Right. Got 2 down. Grimm 0 for 1 with a walk, but you already know that. 2-0 from Lojovic. Also outside. He's missed in the same spot on 3 consecutive pitches.
Just trying to find that corner. Just can't get it.
Grimm. Loyola Marymount.
There it is.
Right down the pipe. Played summer in Walla Walla.
Walla Walla.
Yeah, Washington in 2021. Had just 1 at-bat for Marymount this spring. It was a strikeout. The 3-1. Low. So now runners at first and second. A double and a walk have put 2 on for the Oilers against Lojovic. That's going to warrant a visit from Trenton Burkhalter. With Jose Chavez up, Chavez has 1 of the 2 hits scratched by the Oilers today.
I tell you, the turf on this field is just so interesting.
Yeah,
all around.
The turf on the infield and then about 10 feet into the outfield where there's a massive lip where the grass and the turf meet. Lojovic goes upstairs on Chavez.
Well, I think part that you can't really see on the camera is down the lines you can also have that little ledge come into play.
Yeah. 100%.
Because there's turf in fair territory before it turns to grass.
Lojovic pulls his head out, swings, and comes up empty. Make it. Chavez. Jose Chavez from the University of the Southwest. 1-1. Yep. 1-2 now.
Be a great time for nice little K action. Trying to get that second strike out of the game.
1-2 from Lojovic. Fouled. Hard at a play to our left.
You know, I think if you hit a home run through the field goal post in left field, that should be worth extra.
Double points. Yeah. There's a football stadium adjacent to us. Another 2-strike pitch from Lojovic. Did he go? No. Which, again, is the silliest thing in this crazy sport. When they have the umpire standing in the middle of the field tell you whether or not the bat crossed the plate. He can't tell anything.
I don't really understand that one.
2-2 now. With 2 down and a runner at first and a runner at second. Lojovic fires. Another foul ball out of play. The Oilers scored 2 runs against this Bucs team last week in a 6-2 loss. Those 2 runs came in the first 6 innings. The Bucs put up a 6 spot in the bottom of the 8th to take the 4-run win. Lajovic shakes off the first 2 calls that he gets from Burkhalter. Now he's ready. David Lajovic checks off second base. Another 2-2 pitch. Hard grounder to Hebert at second. All he's got to do is tag the bag. To the dugout. Both these teams go after the top of the 7th. Ends in a 5-up, 3 down, 2. Make it 1 left stranded for the Oilers. It's time to stretch for Mulcahy. Bucs 4, Oilers 0 on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
It was time to update the bathroom.
But we didn't want to break the bank.
Rebath made it effortless. A Rebath design consultant came to our home and presented us ideas and products in a way that made our decisions simple.
They took away the old, installed the new, and gave us the bathroom
we've always wanted.
Style affordably. Call 1-844-9REBATH for your free in-home design consultation today.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meats.
Welcome back. Mulcahy Stadium, Anchorage, Alaska. And a new pitcher into the game for the Oilers. So the day is done on the reliever. Mets?
Yep.
No more Harrison Mets.
No more. Instead, Mose Hayes.
Mose Hayes. The beauty of this league is how few rosters exist. Mose Hayes played for the Alaska Patriots in high school.
There you go.
He is from Homer, Alaska, as was Harrison Metz, by the way.
Best friends?
I would like to think so.
Gotta be.
Mose Hayes has some big hair. Plays for Yuba in California. 21 appearances, 3-1 in the spring. 45 2/3 innings, a 4.73 ERA, 50 strikeouts. Kid had 50 punchies in 45 2/3.
Pretty dang good numbers right there.
Not bad. As now, the Bucs come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th. And a fun little ball upstairs, Lex Bodeker.
Well, I tell you, he's got a very different rotation than the other 2 pitchers we've seen.
That's not Lex Bodeker.
That's Cade Lacey.
Yeah, it is. Back to the top of the lineup. 1-0. Outside.
Got like a funky arm twist at the very end of his.
2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, this is a lot. I'm gonna be, so let's just be transparent with everybody that's listening here. Number 1, I was kind of taken aback by the name Mose Hayes. We don't really get rosters up here. The 2-0. A little check swing from Lacey. Did he go? No, of course not. 3-0. Catcher doesn't even check. We don't really get rosters up here, so most of the stuff that we do is kind of just on a whim. Oh, including that, the camera moved.
Apparently, Mose Hayes was named to the Legion's Team of Excellence.
3 O's in there from Hayes. Really?
Yeah.
Good for Mose. I don't really know what that means.
He was a very good player in summer baseball in high school.
Okay. No results for Mose Hayes on Synergy.
Nope.
Oh, we're just going to have to guess. The 3-1 to Lacey. That's outside. Called a strike. Lacey had already tossed the bat.
It was halfway through breaking off that shin guard. Late call there.
3-2 to Lacey. That's outside. Kate Lacey goes over to first base.
There's the walk.
Anything else on Mose Hayes over there?
Looks like he pitched last year with Peninsula.
Okay.
2 wins, 2 losses. 607 earned run average in 10 games.
The more you know.
He had 23 strikeouts in those, well, let's see, 29 innings, 29 and a third innings.
Curtis Hebert to the plate. Hebert 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. Throw over to first base. Does not get Lacey. He has walked twice today. Lacey came into the game having already walked twice. He's doubled that now today. First pitch to Hebert. Shows bunt. Left side. Catcher Griffin. Throw to first is in time.
Great bunt.
Really good bunt. And now another runner in scoring position. 1 down. In the 3-hole, Ben Hard. Hard today is 1. Make it 0 for 2. Has scored a run with a walk. Struck out a couple times. 214 average on the year out of San Diego. 6'1". 190 pounds. Takes a ball low. A lot of lefties in this lineup, too. There's, I guess, a miscommunication here.
Yeah.
Griffin goes out to talk to his pitcher, Hayes.
Catcher definitely was surprised by that pitch. His glove flipped the perfectly wrong direction when it came to him.
Hayes has thrown 8 pitches, 3 strikes, 5 balls. The 1-0 to Har here. Hayes checks off second. Nobody to hold Lacey there. A good breaker gets Har to swing and miss.
I tell you, he's trying to hit that ball hard.
3 out of 10.
Okay, I'll take it. I was kind of expecting a 1, so.
Har out of Helix High School. Entered the game 3 for 12. Now 3 for 14. Hayes is taking a long look at second base. Now fires home. That's a strike.
Since Throneberry, the pitchers have done a lot better about keeping an eye on the runners.
Yep. But Lacey is really trying to test the mental fortitude of Hayes. Giving him a headache over there and really testing Elko as well. The 1-2. Fouled away.
That foul ball brought to you by Dooley's Athletics.
You think Ben Har knows he lived at the table, California? He's got to.
Yeah, La Mesa.
He's got to know the name for it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner off a second is Lacey. Hard hit through the right side. Lacey rounding third, headed home. The throw from Chavez gets Lacey to go back to third. He retreated quickly. Runners on the corners.
Runners on the corners, that brings up first baseman number 30, Jackson Sorensen.
Jackson Sorensen. Out of Gonzaga to the plate. Sorensen today is 2 for 3. Working with runners in the corners here with only 1 down. He is not the guy that you give the squeeze call to. Throw over to first is not in time.
Definitely not the guy. He's the guy you slam a door on this game and get a nice ribby here.
First pitch of his at bat is outside. One ball, no strikes.
I tell you, they're holding the runner on over at the first base, so he's got a wide area on the right side of the field to get something through.
It's hard first, Lacey at third. Lacey advanced to second off a bunt from Curtis Hebert. And found his way to third off the first hit of the game from Har. He's now 1 for 3. Has reached base twice in his 5 plate appearances. Foul ball from Lacey. 4 plate appearances, I should say. 1-1. Lacey's the one that tied the game against the Oilers in that 6-2 win. It was 2-0, and with a couple in scoring position, Lacey had a big double. The 1-1. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lacey behind. Make it Sorensen. Sorensen's batting. Got to keep me updated on this stuff. Sometimes baseball gets in the way.
It does.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Sorensen. Because Lacey that stands off third. Sorensen pops up left side. Tracking over is the third baseman. Thomas makes the catch. 2 down. Runner still at first and third. Brings up Trenton Burkhalter. Burkhalter 1 for 3 today. .438 average on the season with a hit. Can expand the 4-0 lead.
Number 16, Trenton Burkhalter.
Burkhalter stands at 6 foot tall, 205 pounds, from Forest Lakes High School in Minnesota. Throw over to first. Tag is not in time. Hayes has been certainly active in keeping the base runners where they are.
Well, either way you slice it or dice it here, you're going to have 6 more outs to get to win the game, but it's going to feel a lot easier if you can have a 5-run lead. You get above a Grand Slam lead, you're feeling really well.
Runner goes. Throw down to second base. Oh, my. It's not in time, and coming home to score, walk. Cade Lacey. The catcher, Griffin, decided to throw to second, and in the meantime, Lacey comes home without a throw. Oh, no. No. Oh, that's something.
Gotta keep an eye on everybody.
Wow. It's like Griffin forgot what he was dealing with.
I truly don't know what the thought process was, to be honest.
No. There's a called strike.
What's funny is most of the time you have a plan for that. Of, okay, first and third, what are you going to do if the runner at first steals? And there was obviously no plan besides get the runner out at second, and if not.
And once Lacey saw the throw down, decided, okay, sweet, that's all I needed to see. I'll just go. Ball falls in. Oh, called ball. Didn't miss. Didn't miss, period.
I don't know if Groupie or Elk over there even thought about throwing it home because they jumped up and then tried to keep the tag on before realizing that it was Lacey already basically strutting home.
2 balls and a strike. Hayes gets a swing and a miss. 2-2. 2 down. Runner at second. Bucs have blown this one open 5-0.
Why not make it 6? Why not?
Maybe even 7.
I'll take that any day.
2-2 to Burkhalter. Hayes, deep breath. Looks over to second. Fires home. In the dirt. Cade Lacey stole home. Not your conventional steal of home.
I was about to say, modern-day Jacoby Ellsbury.
Full count. Payoff pitch. Hit him. It hit him.
It's always the worst feeling when you get hit on a full count pitch. Thinking, okay, I've got the base anyway. Then no need to get hit by this.
Now the center fielder elects Bodicker. Runners at first and second. Bodicker could add to the 5-run lead. The Bucs scored 2 in the bottom of the first, then 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Have put up at least a run in 3 consecutive innings. Bodicker takes up high. Lex. 5 for 19. He gets 6 for 19. 7 for 19 this year. He's got 2 hits today, 368 average.
It's a good thing the number kept rising.
Yeah, had a triple earlier today. Takes a strike here, scoots back a little bit in the box. Bo Dicker out of Central Florida. Has had 2 unbelievable seasons there. Batted .330 his freshman year. .266 this past season, but his OBP was up to .352. A 1-1. Bo Dicker. Soft contact over to first base. Rada picks it up in foul territory. Lex is down 1-2.
I'd expect a challenge pitch here. I know it's 1-2. You probably could see if you can go something outside, but it's inning been long already. I think Hayes is going to try and fire one in here.
1-2 from Hayes. Checks off at second base. Runner goes. Bodicker fouls it all. Ben Haar trying to swipe third. Got a pretty good jump, too.
He's been jumpy over there at second base and kind of playing the mind game with Mose Hayes.
Yeah.
It's worked.
1 ball, 2 strikes now. As the count remains after a couple foul balls from Bodicker. 1-2. Hard ground ball to Groupie at second. He corrals it, throws to first. 2 are left stranded in the bottom of the 7th, but the Bucs put up another one. 5-0 Anchorage. To the top of the 8th we go on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
There.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh, Coach, it happened again. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
David Lojovic out of Long Beach State back out on the mound in the top of the 8th for the Bucs. Between Lojovic and Sky Wells, the 2 Long Beach State guys have been pristine for Anchorage today. The Oilers have no runs on 2 hits. Along with 2 errors in the field, the Bucs 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. As Lojovic deals home a strike to the first batter that he sees here. Chavez. That's not. Come on. Again, see, this is what you're here for. It's Michael Rada. Pop up, right field, coming in, making the catch pretty easily is Cade Lacey. 1 up, 1 down, Rada sent back to the dugout.
Lojovic working in his 3rd inning now.
Gone through 2 1/3, has allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs. Rada gives way to Brett Groupie. Groupie 0 for 2 today, a 158 average. And will likely get a change here.
I was about to say, it looks like they're getting a substitution going.
Groupie's been held up outside the dugout.
Maybe he's complaining about the mound.
Yeah. Call the game.
Stop it here. Stop the count.
Everybody is paused.
I can't tell what's going on. Groupie's just standing there.
Yep. He's now pulled his helmet off. He's given somebody else a helmet.
There we are.
And it is a pinch hitter. Now becomes the fun task of looking through every player that exists for these teams and figuring out who it is.
Owen McElfatrick.
Right.
That one.
Owen McElfatrick.
Welcome to the game.
Takes a strike.
At the plate, pinch hitting number 3, Owen McCullough.
That's how you say it. Nicely done.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
McElpatrick, base hit to center field. All right, pinch hitter doing his job. Steps on first. He's trying to stretch it to second. Oh, no. Now we're going to go back.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, I guess.
Next to the plate, third baseman number 9, Ty Thomas.
Ty Thomas, 0-for-3 today with 2 strikeouts comes the dish, batting .083 this season. Lojovic gives him a strike. Thomas popped out to first base in his last at-bat, which, mind you, was the first time he has not struck out this year against the Anchorage Bucs.
Good for him. Make contact.
The 0-1, gonna have to wait. Lojovic, a smooth pickoff move.
I was about to say, that was really clean.
Cannot get McElpatrick. The Bucs today, Jackson Sorensen has 2 hits. Lex Bodeker has a couple of hits. That ball's fouled off, and now the count 0-2 again on Ty Thomas. Across the way, nobody in the Oilers roster has multiple hits, as Griffin and Chavez are the only 2.
Well, now McElpatrick, too.
That have logged hit. Yeah, and McElpatrick, who have logged hits today. Thomas down 0-2.
That was close.
Good pickoff move from Lojovic.
I think the big reason why the hits aren't coming for the Oilers is, and they're hitting it pretty hard, but it's going straight into the ground.
Yeah.
Everything has been in the dirt or turf.
The 0-2. Outside. Lojovic can set down Thomas. The Bucs will get 7, 8, 9. Turgeon, Hocuff, and Maltby out.
It's 1-0 inning.
Thanks. 1-2. Pop up. Left field. Har. Yep. So now 2 down with a runner at first. And Kadeem Dial to the plate. Dial 0-for-2 today with a walk. .235 average. Bucs will be back in action tomorrow. We're on the road at Matsu. Runner goes. Throw from Burkhalter. Was in time, but it got away from the shortstop Hocuff. So McElpatrick.
There you go.
Has taken second base. 1-0 the count.
Just he reports to Santa.
Yeah. The 1-0.
There's a town in Alaska called the North Pole.
There is a North Pole, Alaska. There is a Home Depot there. One ball, one strike. The Dial. He's looking for his first base hit today. If he's able to get one, the Oilers will put up the first run of the game. Ball in the dirt. Burkhalter does a good job to keep it in front of him.
Kind of going back to the loaded catcher comment, they're all very mobile as well.
Yeah.
They get up and move very well, which is sometimes hard to find in catchers.
Not much by you. The 2-1. Called strike. Well, a couple inches above the navel.
Just about to say, must have caught that very tippy top of the zone.
Now 2-2 with 2 down. David Lojovic looking for strikeout number 2. Outside. Lojovic 2 2/3 has given up 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout in the 11 batters he's faced. Not a lot of action in the bullpen for the Bucs either. Payoff pitch to Dial. Bouncer up the middle. It's deep for Hocuff at short. Throw to first. Gonna have to wait. He's gonna deal it home. The play at the plate. He gets away from the catcher Burkhalter, and an infield single scores the first run of the game for the Oilers. It's now 5-1. Well, your pinch hitter works. You bring in McAlpatrick, and he ends up getting a base hit and coming all the way home.
Yeah.
An infield single from Diao. That's the 4th hit of the game for the Oilers. 2 of them have come in this inning.
That's always the goal when you put up somebody new out there late in the game.
Shortstop Mike Elko up.
I'm telling you, one of these pickoff moves is going to work. Just give it time throughout the year.
He's good. First pitch of Elko's at bat, way high. Elko 0 for 3 today with a strikeout, batting 176 this season. Lajovic taking his time. He's not working near as quickly as he did to start the game. Induces a foul ball.
I think we're starting to see a little bit of fatigue set in as it's coming up. It'll be his 50th pitch on this next one. It's a lot for a reliever.
30 strikes, 19 balls to this point. And throws a ball off the umpire. Pickoff move to first base. Ball gets into right field. Diao rounding second, headed for third. He will get there standing up. From first to third on an errant pickoff from Lajovic. And now the second run of the game, 90 feet away for the Oilers.
Still no movement in the Bucs bullpen.
The 1-1 to Elko's outside. Velo's still there for Lajovic. That was 92. 2 balls and a strike. Elko ahead. Oilers have now climbed to 4 hits. 2-1. There's 5. RBI single for Elko brings Diao home, and you see how that wild pickoff results in a run.
1 2 outs.
5-2, your new score.
Not what you want to see here late in the game, but it's going to require a visit here from head coach Ken Hokuff.
Coach Hokuff in the signature sunglasses comes out, talks to Lajovic, gets brim to brim with the hats, brings the infield in as well as Burkhalter. Now a little more action. Let's go lefty up and throw into the bullpen, or at least warming up for the Bucs. Lajovic's going to stay out there. Has Griffin. They get Elko at first base. Wilkinson due up. If he gets on, Griffin up behind him. Wilkinson 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Bren Wilkinson out of Cal State Northridge, the Matadors.
From what I can see, it's Crane Cameron getting warmed up in the bullpen for the Bucs, who is a lefty.
There's a called strike on Wilkinson. Lajovic getting back in the zone. You said it, Lajovic's now climbed over 50 pitches. Sitting at 53. The 0-1 to Wilkinson. Slow roll to Hokuff at short. Hokuff throw to first in time. Strander runner at first base, but 2 come across the Oilers. Your new score, Bucs 5, Oilers 2. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Insurance maybe on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side.
Come into Village Inn and see why the sun rises and sets with breakfast.
It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way, if we keep on the sunny side of life.
Because a good meal is about more than just how it tastes. It's about how it makes you feel.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life.
Village Inn.
Qdoba's new Chicken Diablo nachos are made with hand-diced pico de gallo, which means they're as fresh as... They're also loaded with juicy adobo chicken, flame-grilled in-house, so they're as flavorful as... And they're topped off with fiery queso Diablo, so they're as spicy as... New Chicken Diablo Nachos. Try them today only at Qdoba. United by flavor.
Welcome back to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Drake Toll alongside Jace Andrews from Mulcahy Stadium. Bucks 5, Oilers 2. Mose Hayes back out on the mound. That dude's got some hair, man.
I was about to say, Mose Hayes and his hair are back on the mound. Both made it out there.
It is 7, 8, 9 due up. Turgeon, Hocup, and Maltby. The Bucks trying to add a little insurance as the Oilers scored 2 in the top of the 8th, cut into the lead. It's now 5-2. For the Oilers, it's Griffin, Grimm, and Chavez due up. 4, 5, and 6 in the top of the 9th as they try to keep the game alive. But the Bucks will see a couple of their own come to the plate before said top of the 9th. Dante Turgeon the first. 0 for 2 today. Does have an RBI on a sac fly. Has struck out once, a .059 batting average. First pitch of his at-bat, called a ball high. Not sure about that one. We've seen the zone extended upward a couple times today.
Yeah, it's been an interesting zone today. I'll say that.
Now the 1-0. Turgeon, hard rip to left field. This might be extra bases. Yep, rounding first. Headed for second. He'll be in plenty safe. Dante Turgeon, a leadoff, stand-up double in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, hey, there you go. Give up 2 runs in the top of the 8th. What do you do in the bottom? Lead it off with a double. Try and get at least one of those runs back, maybe both.
It's Turgeon's first hit of the game. It's his second hit in Alaska.
I'd say a couple big hits then. Home run and double.
Yeah. He has yet to hit a single. He only speaks in extra base hits.
I'm fine with that. Just get a couple more of them.
Now Logan Hocup to the plate. 0 for 1 today, has walked twice. .059 batting average as well. First pitch of his at-bat, a called strike. Hocup, son of Coach Ken Hocup.
Never would have guessed.
And his mom, Brandy. From out there in California. The 0-1 to Logan. Takes a ball, good eye. Again, patient approach from Logan Hocup. He's adjusted there, and it's worked out so far.
Yeah, it's been a good day for his eyes. He's watched a lot of pitches, and most of them, that ball has been really good with that today.
1-1. That's in there for a strike.
It's like a different approach to the plate. Sometimes can help out a lot.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Turgeon off of second base after the leadoff double in the 8th. Hocup with a 1-2 count, trying to bring him home. Pops one up right side. Second baseman Groupie makes the catch. That's the first out of the bottom of the 8th. And now Dylan Maltby to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today, a 154 average for the Bucs. Maltby, the son of the GM, Sean Maltby. Grew up around here. Scratch baseball player. Now plays at Phoenix College, where he had 6 RBI this spring. Can he get one here? Swings and misses the first pitch he gets from Mose Hayes. Bucs have scored a single run in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. To build on the 2-0 lead they opened up in the bottom of the 1st. The 0-1's in the dirt.
Well, right now those runs are proving important after the 2-run top of the 8th from the Oilers.
Hayes working for the stretch with Turgeon off of second base. Hasn't checked on him in a bit. Now gives a quick look, fires the 1-1, and it hit him.
Yeah.
Dylan Maltby hit by a pitch. It's runners at first and second. And Cade Lacey due up.
Well, also got the catcher Griffin. He's on his knees right now, just kind of taking a deep breath.
Yeah, trainer, coaching staff come out and check on him. Yeah, look, it was off the combination of the hand and the bottom of the bat for Maltby. And once it bounced off of that, Griffins, he's shaking his right hand. Comes off of Griffin, and now he's ready to go. Cade Lacey stands in.
It's one of the hardest things to do, but that's why it's really important to kind of keep that backhand in a safe place.
Yeah. It's the fifth time that Lacey stepped to the plate today. He's 0 for 2, but has walked twice and come home to score 2 runs. Takes a ball high. Fastball from Hayes at 83. Mose Hayes from Homer, Alaska. One-0. That's in there for a strike. You know, it's interesting. Most states, a good majority of the states, you say, oh, you know, these guys, plenty of Anchorage kids in the Bucs. A Homer guy in Mose Hayes out there for the Oilers. I'm sure they played against each other. No, not here. Homer is not close to Anchorage. Anchorage itself the size of Delaware. And Homer a flight away.
And not a short flight.
No, in the same state. 2 balls and a strike to Lacey. Lacey, hard contact, foul. Out of play in left field. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, 2 on. Bucs have 5 runs on 7 hits along with an error. The Oilers, 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors.
Hayes right at 40 pitches now.
2-2 to Cade Lacey. To the right side. Groupie at second. Throw to first. Oh, wow. Rada had to dive. I mean, he belly flopped to get to it, but still keeps the foot on the bag. Coach Ken Hocup wants to talk about it. He thinks that Rada might have come off. It looked like Rada, his right toe stayed on.
That's kind of what I thought.
That'll move runners at least to second and third. Work as good as a bunt for Cade Lacey.
Well, he got the umpires to come together at least.
Yep, they're all going to talk about it. From my angle, it looked like, Rada did truly everything he could do to stay on the bag, and I think he kept his foot, at least 1 foot, planted.
Yeah.
That's the call, yeah. There's no review here, so unless somebody saw anything vastly different.
They got a new batter, it looks like. Pinch hitter here. Coming up to replace Hebert.
Yeah, so Curtis Hebert. 0 for 3 with 2 outs. Has been taken out for Cole Holworth. Holworth out of Cal Baptist. Righty on righty. First pitch Holworth gets. Huge swing and a miss. Holworth standing at 6'6", 240. Towers over the umpire. Towers over the pitcher, despite the pitcher standing on a mound.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Lacey's down 0-2.
We'll say, out of the pitchers we've seen today, Moses Hayes is not the biggest in stature. But Cole Holworth is very much.
Holworth, no balls, 2 strikes. Let's see where Hayes goes with this one. In the zone, Holworth pops it up. Left field. Grimm there. Underneath. Makes the catch. 2 left, stranded in scoring position by the Bucs. No insurance in the bottom of the 8th. 3 outs remain, though, for the Oilers. 4, 5, and 6 due up with a 5-2 lead on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Okay, let's have some fun, huh?
Check it out. Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
Hey guys, we should probably drink these fast. To the two.
Three outs separate the Anchorage Bucs from a 500 record, sitting at 2-3 this season. Trying to get their second win of the year against Peninsula Oilers, and a new pitcher has come into the ball game. It's a lefty, Cameron Crane, for the Bucs. We saw warming up in the pen there for a while. Crane coming in relief of David Lojovic. So a couple of Long Beach State guys give way to a Central Florida product, Cameron Crane. Crane, lefty at 6'3", 200 pounds, from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Went to Lee's Summit West High School, Johnson County Community College. Has pitched a whole lot of college baseball. Opted for an extra year this spring to come back to UCF after pitching his redshirt senior there in 2022. He had a 6.65 ERA, 1-0 record, 23 innings, allowed 19 runs, 17 of those earned. 14 hits in the 23 innings, 27 walks, 25 strikeouts. Gets 4, 5, and 6, and a strike to start the top of the 9th. Bucs need 3 outs. Crane is trying to get him against Griffin, Grimm, and Chavez. The 0-1 to Griffin. Hard hit to the left side, foul. He's down 0-2. Griffin 1 for 3. Has a single and a strikeout. 389 average. Seven for 18 during his time here. The 0-2. Hard contact, left side, through the glove of the diving Rebrook, picked up by Hokuff, but he falls down in the process, and he wouldn't have had to play anyway. It's an infield single. So Griffin stands at first now. William Grin comes to the plate, 0 for 1 today, 2 walks, has a strikeout, 294 average. Grimm from Loyola Marymount. Lefty on lefty here. And a strike from Cameron Crane. Crane has pitched 2 1/3 this season. 11.59 ERA, 3 strikeouts. The 0-1 from Crane in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big lefty Crane throws over to first base. Told you 6'3". 200 pounds. His redshirt senior season in 2022 at UCF had a 3.38 ERA, 2-3 record, 45 1/3 innings pitched. The 1-1. just missed outside. Burkhalter, a solid job of framing it, can't get the call. Opponent batting average, just 175 this season. Gets a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crane. 2-strike pitch to Will Grimm. Looking for out number 1 in the top of the 9th. Deals. Outside. Count now full. And the last thing you want to do with 2 outs, last thing you want to do with a save opportunity is put the tying run of the plate with nobody out. 3-2. Up the middle to Hocuff. Could be a double play ball. Play it second. Hocuff throws it away. Recovered by Lacey and right, and now runners on the corners. Throw just gets away from Hocuff.
Right fielder Josiah Chavez.
Trying to get the lead runner at second base. Thrown over to Abear, and now runners in the corners. And a bunt laid down foul by Chavez. Jose Chavez from the University of the Southwest.
Now's where it gets a little scary, as like you said, tying runs now in play here at the plate, and there's still nobody gone.
Now, Chavez 1 for 2, 200 average. The 0-1 pitch to him. Ball low.
Good news here is you got a lefty-lefty matchup, which usually favors the pitcher. For the most part.
If you get hard contact to Abear here. Or Howarth, who's now, it's Howarth second. 1-1 over first. Get hard contact up the middle. And a double play ball, even if it puts a run home. Just getting 2 outs, somewhere in here.
At this point, the trade-off for 2 outs for a run is very much appreciated. It'll be taken.
One to Chavez. Swing and a miss. Crane looking for out number 1 at the top of the 9th. Bucs with a 3-run lead. But the Oilers have the tying run at the plate with nobody down. The 1-2 will have to wait. Chavez awaits. 2-strike pitch from Cameron Crane. Lefty deals. In the dirt, Burkhalter keeps it in front of him. Burkhalter's already thrown out 1 runner today. I'm sure the Bucs would give up the run going home if they have to gun down Grimm trying to go to second, because Burkhalter can do it. 2-2 from Crane. Hit hard through the right side for a base hit. Rounding second, now retreating back to second is Grimm, but with nobody out. An error and a couple of base hits have put the Oilers in a square position to tie this thing up.
Number 2, Ruby Pinkston.
The pinch hitter's coming into the game.
It's going to be Drewby Pinkston.
Drewby. It's going to warrant a mound visit from Ken Hocuff. And action ramping up in the bullpen now for the Bucs. 5-3 lead. Go-ahead run at the plate in Drewby Pinkston. Pinkston 5'9", 175. A lefty on lefty matchup. Out of Northwestern.
It's his first at bat in the ABL.
A big moment to have it. Crane gives him a strike at 90. You ever seen a triple play in the ABL?
Can't say I have. Can't say it.
Would love one here, huh? No balls and a strike to Pinkston. No balls and 2 strikes to Pinkston.
I tell you, found the outside half and working it now. Back-to-back pitches, right on that outside part.
2-strike pitch from Crane. Dugout echoes out. Best pitch on 0-2. Best pitch. The 0-2. Right side. Sorensen steps in the bag. 1 down, but it's as good as a bunt for Drewby Pinkston. Two in scoring position. 1 down.
Brings up number 3.
And now, McElpatrick, who is 1 for 1. Lefty on righty. McElpatrick with a hit ties the game. First pitch Crane gives him is down low. McElpatrick, the 8-hole, is followed up by Ty Thomas, the 9-hole hitter who's 0 for 4 today. So Crane can get it out here. A lot of confidence facing off against the young Thomas. 1-0 in there. Right at the knees on McElpatrick. High pressure situation. Runner at second and third. It's Chavez off of second. Grimm off of third. Crane on the bump and a 1-1 count. Now a 1-2 count. McElpatrick doesn't love it. Looks back at the umpire, shakes his head. But he's got 2 strikes on him. 1-2 pitch from Crane. Hard contact, third base side, picked up by Rebrook, throw to first in time. It pulled Sorensen off the bag, but it pulled him right to where he could tag McElpatrick. 2 down now.
Well, that's why they always say if you're going to miss a throw towards first base, miss it towards inside the line, because odds are you're going to catch it and the run will be right there for you. And that's exactly what happened.
Ty Thomas at the plate. He is 0 for 8 this season against the Bucs with 6 strikeouts out of San Bernardino. Swings and misses. Wasn't quite close to that one from Crane. Crane ahead 0-1. And that ball from Thomas is tapped foul off of himself.
Guarantee you that did not feel great.
Nope, hits off his shin. He's down 0-2. Got to take a second to recollect.
1 pitch. That's all I need.
The 0-2 from Crane. Hard contact, foul to the left side.
There's another foul ball brought to you by Little Caesars Pizza.
22nd pitch coming up for Cameron Crane.
All here in the top of the 9th. Thomas has 2 in scoring position. A base hit would tie it. The 0-2 from Crane. Skied to center field. Coming over is Bo Dicker. He makes the catch. Ball game. Bucks 5, Oilers 3. Anchorage has won 3 of 4 and pulled themselves back to 500. For the Oilers, 3 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. The Bucks, 5 runs, 7 hits and 2 errors. It was Cameron Crane who came in and shut the door on the Oilers, not without a little fireworks. For the Bucks in total today, 7 strikeouts between Sky Wells, David Lojovic, and Cameron Crane. Allowing 7 hits, again, 3 runs. Defense pulling up a couple of errors. Just 2 earned runs of the 3 that are on the board for the Oilers. Multiple hits for Jackson Sorensen and Lex Bodicker. RBIs from Jackson Sorensen and Dante Turgeon. And the Bucks are going home happy, Jace.
That's what you want. Get yourself back to 500 and really just set yourself up nice after the off day to hopefully get some wins in a row here, coming up on 4 straight.
We'll see you tomorrow from Matsu, the Miners and the Bucks. First pitch at 6 o'clock Alaska time. We'll be live at 5:45 Alaska time. That's probably not where you live, so you do the math on when we'll go live. We'll see you right back there. For Drake Toll and Jace Andrews, all of us here at the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, the Bucks win 5-2 and are now 2-0 against the Peninsula Oilers. As always, good night, and it's a great day to be a Buck.
Feels like just yesterday she was in a car seat. Now she's gonna be in the driver's seat. I guess there's a first time for everything. Today is all about the basics. Gotta have unbeatable focus. Kind of like the unbeatable mileage I get from Chevron with Techron. He knows it helps keep my engine clean, and she knows how to pay with the Chevron app. Everyone's learning today. All right, next stop, the parking lot. The empty parking lot.
Unbeatable mileage for you and your car. This is Lulu and Lobo.
Ah, it's back!
The woo-woo monster!